Hello fellow academics and welcome back to Lectoria. We're back in. Definitely gonna accept the next few settlers and slowly working our way through our task list. Now, last time... Can I say again how awesome this game looks? Last time we were tasked with adding another building to this lumber camp. And they haven't actually started yet. Once this is done, we can actually assign another woodcutter, which will definitely help us with our production needs to, make sure we're actually producing enough to export, basically. Now, more and more houses coming in here in this area that we have painted in last time. Slowly filling it all up. Our happiness is kind of low. Mostly because of, well, technically refined food, and we will be working on that in this episode, I would say. But also because they need some service buildings, and we're also working on that. The rustic church is coming in. Our manor house right next to it, which made me actually think, okay, the tower of the church is a little bit taller than the one from our house, which I think makes a ton of sense. Alright, so let's have a look. There is a builder slowly chipping away at the, I think it was a napping post that we had put in. There we go, napping post is in, and now we can assign another woodcutter. Alright, advice followed, success, excellent. We have also set out to finish building our building over here, specifically our tax office, which is part of the next task right here. So I'm going to high prioritize this, as the tax office will start bringing us some income from the taxes from our people. So while we are trying to make some money by selling goods to our trading partners, specifically the polished stone, the taxes will definitely help us sort of keep afloat. Alright, I think it's also time that we create more people in the sawmill, although we only have actually small amounts of wood. So maybe we won't, because at the moment I think we're kind of balancing around nothing. And we're slowly running out of tools. So it is kind of important that we are a bit careful with what we are planning to build and place. Alright. So more houses are going in, looking awesome. We do still, last time we did place our stone cutters over here, but unfortunately, this is not stone. This is just decoration. I thought they would be able to chop down the stone over here, but that actually won't be the case. This up here then is also very likely not stone. Neither is this part here. So in the long run, I think we need to find a different area for our stone cutting to, supply our village. Alright, more people coming in. We're gonna accept everyone. And apparently there is a new question mark, taxation. Taxation is a type of income available for the labor estate. Great, you can dispatch tax collectors from the tax office to collect coins. Great. The weight of each residential tax can be set on the tax pages in the royal book, which I think is this one up here. Increasing taxes will let you earn more coins at the cost of villagers' happiness. Higher status villagers mean higher revenue, while higher density housing means more coins accumulating in one place. Alright, got it. So let's go in here and assign a person. Nietzsche is a tax collector. First tax office. The tax office now stands in the village, promising order and prosperity. Though some villagers might grumble, they know their coins are paving the way to a brighter, safer future for all. Very well. So now let's look into the royal book. Village overview, edicts, resources, villagers, budget. Logs, buildings, maybe on the budget. Where can we set the taxes? It did say it's in here. So that's trade. Don't have any of the resources. Don't think we have the villagers. Like any, it wouldn't be in the villagers. Oh, the rustic church is in as well, so we're gonna assign a village priest as well. I would kind of assume it's in here. Quest mandates, trade. But this seems to be just like the overview. Mandates? Maybe it's in... No. Oh, select mandate, no. Just suited to citizens. I guess that makes sense. Where do I set taxes? Huh. Doesn't look like we have anything to set taxes. Alright. Now still finishing our church. Oh. I like that. You can ring the bell. Weekly is fine. And I guess bell type light is fine as well. What's this? Churches of the Faith. Words of your village first church have reached the clergy. They appreciate your dedication to the faith and thus hold you in higher regard. Nice. Very well. Alright. So here we go. So, should have mentioned this before. So all of these, there are like 3 factions basically in here. And we can acquire favor with each of them. So the more we acquire the... Hold on, what is that? Bailiff. Needs a bailiff in your village. Okay. Anyways, so the more we acquire the favor, the more we will actually be able to unlock stuff in the progression tree. So you see here, it needs prosperity 10 and then labor splendor 25. Similarly for stuff with the kingdom and so on. And then we get more things that we can actually build. And so on and so on. So overall, I think that will be quite nice. Alright, butchering unlocks meat production, a refined food, so that would probably be a good call. Because the farming will take more people and more effort to actually get this done. However, unlocks fish production. This fish is rustic food. Because we don't necessarily need that right now, so butchering might actually be a good way to make our people happier. So let's actually unlock this for now. Alright, still haven't figured out where the taxes are. Oh, here we can actually change it. I think E is has a nice ring to it. Cool. I like that. Housing insufficient. Right, they want more space to build more houses. Which I guess kind of makes sense. But for now, we're first going to look into our new buildings. So that's in food production, Hunter's Hut. Talk about an excess of boars. So where would we best place it? I kind of would like to place it here. It will also be beneficial for our village to expand in this direction. But at the same time, we will be... Oh, hold on, actually. So build a tax office that has manor tower. Oh. I see, I see. So the problem with the tax office size 3. Maintenance cost 2. But they wanted a tax office with a manor tower. Alright, so let's go back in here. Let's look into... How did we do this last time? Room, bell tower, door, state decoration. That has a manor tower. Wait, why are we selecting the church? Alright. Edit building. Manor tower minor. Let's actually just place it in front. Make it a little bit taller. I think that looks decent. Not the greatest, but it does look decent. So let's definitely put this down here. And did it actually place it? I don't think it did. Maybe we'll actually just place it next to it. Alright, here we go. So we applied the changes. This will cost us 4 tools, and we have 4 tools left. What if we reduce the height? I guess we could leave it very small for now, so we have at least some tools left over. So let's do that. Okay, they are building it, which is good. Good for us. We do need definitely more production so we can actually sell stuff. Happiness overall has gone up. Service is plenty. There's a little bit of a housing shortage still. I could actually look into this. Residential. Here we go. That is one more house, which I think will ultimately do the trick for us. Alright. And they are building this now as part of the tax office with the manor tower. Now, tax office that has a manor tower, check increase taxation. So this is something that we will definitely need to figure out now. So size is relatively big. How would we do this? Cannot promote there. Mandates. We don't need to levy. Don't want to promote them. They did say it's in the royal book. That's just a log. Village overview, it's not. It wouldn't be in here. Do I need to unlock it first? Manor house. Bailiff, treasury. No. Where would it be? So they had mentioned the question mark before. Where is actually the question mark? Let me pause it there. Tax. Taxation, here we go. Alright. Can be set on the tax page of the royal book. Which one is the tax page? There. Why wasn't that there before? Alright, we can definitely increase this here. Up to 6 per serve. Otherwise it'd be... Actually, let's try to put it like this. Total tax expected per month, 39. So that should be fine. Okay, we increased the taxation without making our people unhappy. And with expected 39 per month, we should also fulfill that last bit over here. And that should hopefully get us into the plus with our balance. Okay, cool. More people. Welcome to join. It'd be great if we could add something to this building. So let's look quickly into the progression. Lumber camp improvement. No. Maybe there is no improvement for... Ooh. We'll unlock charcoal hut, iron mining, iron smelter, blacksmith. Could produce our own tools. Now that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, we're definitely gonna do that. Because tools, like I mentioned before, are important. And maybe this is an iron deposit. That would explain a lot why they... Well, this is not a stone, obviously. Oh, look at that. They're going to church. Check it out, check it out. And in she goes. Very cool. And again, think of it just living here, watching over like the ocean with the islands in the back. Very cool. All right. So labor influence is going down. So is the clergy influence cap. Labor influence is favor earned through mandates, missions, and quests. It can be spent to unlock new progression. But we kind of need the splendor to unlock the progression, right? Yeah, splendor, splendor, splendor. Okay. Anyways, so let's go back in here. We wanted to, technically we had unlocked the food. That reminds me, let's quickly check in our royal book under trading. If we were to produce meat, we can actually sell it. 1 second. Sorry about that. I think that would actually be quite useful, and we have already unlocked everything. However, if we're placing this costs us 2 tools, and then we're basically done with tools. This costs us 3 tools. So we need to go into the royal book, go into resources. We want to look for tools, stockpile. Prevents villagers, no. Favorites, track. Oh, here. We want to buy this. Buy until inventory reaches value. Let's do 6. So the next time a trader comes around, we should be able to sell some of this. We should also be able to sell some planks and some polished stone. Now we are kind of waiting for the next trader though. Alright, in the meantime, I guess we could actually, even though we don't have the material for a butcher yet. Let's actually not cut down the trees back there, which then should allow us to already place a hunter's hut, and we're gonna place them right next to the sawmill. Rotate it around a bit, move it over just like this, which once it's built, did it just disappear? Why did it disappear? I don't quite know. Okay, let's try this again. Rotate it around, move it a bit, and then click build. Alright, so they are building this, and we're going to set the hunting area. All of the stuff in the back here. And then we're going to see how this will perform. Oh, what is this? Advice. Buying resources. You ran out of tools. I know. These precious goods are necessary for most construction efforts. Makes sense. Your people suggest you buy some from the neighboring village. They won't come cheap, but it's the best you can do until you acquire a blacksmith. Alright. Assign tools to a warehouse. Pause. Okay, these are just new villagers. So... I think that means we need another warehouse. Which I guess makes sense anyways. Logistics. Where is granary? No, workshop, warehouse. So we're gonna place it here and then rotate it around. Kind of align with this path over here. I want this part here to be sort of the pass-through road for them. So that should just do it. And we're going to place it. This one does not need tools, which will be great. And then we can also assign more of our serfs to it. Just 2 more. This way we will first store some tools and then take it from there. We will accept more villagers. Oh, look at that. We're actually currently at 0. We've sold stuff for 6 gold. And our upkeep is 6. So balancing out at 0, kind of nice. So what is he doing? He is missing actually just housing. Events, taxes. The villager's house is being or has been taxed. Its occupants' happiness will fluctuate over time to match the tax rate, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Overall, I don't think it's too bad. So taxes makes it 5% negative. That is okay. We do need additional space for our villagers to build their homes. So I think what we're going to do is just expand all the way to the cliffside. Although I don't know if that is enough space for them to build even the smallest of houses. So let's... I don't think expanding that tiny sliver will actually help. So, and I do want to keep this open for more of the city center marketplace. So, Alright, here we go. We do have hunters. Let's just assign 2 of them as we can. Tax a villager. Cool. Wherever that happened. Balance is still 0. Upkeep is 7 though. Interesting. Upkeep went down to 6. Still not sure why this doesn't say 1. Anyways. So, what else do we need to do? Right, we're waiting on this to be done, and it is done. Gonna assign our tools to this immediately. And then we're just gonna wait for the trader to come and sell us some tools. Time for a sip in the meantime. I like how you can see sort of the cloud movement down here. Can you actually see the clouds moving on top? No, you can't rotate it that much. So we could take in more villagers. Technically, 3 of them were unemployed. So now we have 5 unemployed. Housing is still insufficient, which means we definitely need to expand our territories. I have completely forgotten how this works. So let's go into this. Let's check it out. Territory. Your first territory. No. Prosperity. New territory. To access distant resources or create more space for housing villagers, you need to purchase additional. Click the territory button in the action module. Oh, down here. Alright, here we go. Territory, purchase. Oh, you own 2 territories, but I can actually buy another one. Oh, I think we taxed enough people. So we could expand over here, move our entire wood industry 1 further over, which would give us all this space basically to build more houses. Alternatively, we could unlock this area and expand out a little bit further into the back, which might be the easier solution right now. But I do want to put our castle ultimately up here. And so this area would be kind of nice to have. It doesn't have stone in it either, because I was like, maybe we can at least move this over. But no. Alright, I think we're actually going to unlock this one. Upkeep 5 per month. So we will be losing a good amount of money. And then we're just gonna set all of this up to be additional village space. Small villages. Oh, what is all of this? Levy funds. Your treasury appears to be low these days. Correct. As the leader of the village, you have the authority to collect funds from your villagers. However, contributions will be reluctant. Levies should only be used in urgent situations as they can significantly decrease your villagers' happiness over several weeks. Discuss a levy. I guess they are pretty happy. And as we are putting in the additional food, they should become even happier. So let's do this. In addition, we need this. Your villagers are very grateful for the food you provided them, yet they wish their larder had more to offer. They would greatly appreciate it if you give them a second source of food. Let's definitely do this, because, again, we're kind of working on this anyways. Alright, we built the Great Hall, complete the mandate, discuss levy with your villagers. You summon people to the Great Hall to cause potential levy. The villagers don't look too happy about giving away their hard-earned coins, but you know they will pay if they have to. Wow. Okay. We're gonna do this once we have the second source of food. Let's, in the meantime, get more people in here. Are they chopping it? I guess, yeah, somebody is chopping down the trees to build new houses, so they are actually expanding over here, which I think will be good for us. Right now, we're still point tendency +1, which is good. We do have the tools now to be bought in here. Monthly report, construction, upkeep 28. We're actually making a good amount of money, minus what we kind of need to, or paid for expanding our village. So I think overall we're doing all right. Now, who are you? Oh, are you the trader? You are the trader. So I'm hoping we will actually get some tools in right now. What I will actually do, we only have 81. How expensive are tools? Let's go in here, trade tools. 6. So we could buy 10 from him. Nah, I think we'll be okay for now. And then we're gonna wait for the next trader to show up. They're expanding really fast. I guess good for them. Let's actually see hunting. We can expand the hunting in this area as well. They bought 25 planks. Awesome. And we now have more tools, all 6 of them. And hopefully still made some money, but maybe not. Alright, so we're going back in here, not resource production, but the butchery. Gonna set this actually just behind the warehouse. Kind of fits in there perfectly. So let's build that. So we can actually produce that additional food. And yeah, I think ultimately it will help us. Oh, we can put another one in there. There's actually a verdict coming in, so I'm gonna wait before we expand the market. Let's click on you. Thanks to your increasing trades, many folks are now looking to settle in Northbury. Yet the village struggles to feed the extra workforce and asks if you could send them much needed bread. Neighboring village expect you to eventually help them, sending resources through a mandate. Are we down? You can improve trade route by sending them resources through a mandate. The neighboring village will... I might help you later. I don't think I currently have the infrastructure to actually support this. Alright. So, last thing we're going to do is to place one more marketplace in here. Move this a little bit to the side, just like that. And then we're also gonna put in... So, this gives us Splendor, 1-1. This gives us Splendor 2. Actually, let's wait with this till later, but we're definitely gonna build that second market stall. This will allow us to sell the meat that we're hopefully producing, but I am going to leave all of this up to the next episode, and while we're watching some of our lazy citizens to just stand around, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, let me know what you would like to see expand, what you think of what I've done so far, and please consider subscribing. Alright, see you next time. Bye bye.